Welcome to Places TV, ladies and gents. I'm DK. This is Hoss, and we have one last game for you here tonight. It's going to be NIP, fan favorites. They'll be playing against myXMG, and myXMG, they just had a nice, breezy, 16-3 result,
Easy
and
enough
now
game.
it's overpass.
Yeah, I really enjoy casting this map and playing on it as well. It's a newer map, obviously. It was used in the ESL1 map pool, so NIP should be coming into this the solid favourite with the experience.
I wager that myXMG are going to have a bad time.
Yeah, that's
A very bad time.
I think that's easy enough to say. Yeah.
A very bad time.
Role reversal of the last game?
Yes, I think so. I assume so. I mean, when I was casting with Devilwalk, he was very quick to point out repeatedly that this map has this kind of inherent quality that the CTs, like actually on off-air that you pointed out, like Nuke,
Yeah.
CTs can rotate really fast between the sites, but on Nuke, the terrorists can rotate fast between the sites kind of also. The same sort of thing kind of works. But on Overpass, the terrorists don't really get a fast rotation time to A, so you get kind of committed, kind of quick.
Yeah.
And the Devil was saying you rush B and win is the only way to go, basically, for the terrorists. That was what he was saying.
Yeah, when this map was like first on MM, like me and the guys I played with just realised that the best strat was just to rush B till it doesn't work, then take a nice slow scenic route round A, and whether that's the way to go at pro level, we'll probably see, but very quick knife round coming in there for Nip. Gonna want to swap sides, I presume. No one really wants to start T side. Yep, there we go.
So this will be interesting to see what NIP can show us on the T side, because obviously in this match, NIP, as you pointed out, they are by far the more experienced team on this map, or at least they should be, in theory, because of ESL1 and so on and so forth, unless they vetoed it every single time and never practiced it, which is also possible. Have I seen them play this map?
I don't think I
they
have.
played Cobble
They played
all the
Cobble a
time.
lot,
Yeah.
but I don't recall seeing them on Overpass, of course, but then it was like teams like Fnatic and Dig who were obviously famous for playing this VP as well. I'm not sure if NIP did choose this, but they must have practiced it going into like the newer seasons of Face It, of
Yeah, I mean,
SLTV and
now
things.
it's entered map pools.
Yeah.
You have 5 more than veterans. These guys have almost god status, especially, coming off of all their big results. And we're jumping into the pistol round here now. So we'll get to see the action will speak for us. And we're going to see that myXMG are actually going to go for an A push here. And so far, it's not going so well. Looks like kevve and MSL already hit the floor as we get Fifflaren, Get Right coming into play with their pistols to cripple myXMG, but the bomb might just go down. It does hit the floor, and we do have a plant, and HUNDEN gets 1 kill. He gets the 2nd kill. He's got a 1-on-1, drops the weapon, picks up a fully loaded Glock, and can he do it against Fifflaren? No head armor, but Fiffy gets it, and there you go.
Good old Fiffy there, picking up a decoy, and I'm pretty sure he picked up a defuse kit from a dead teammate as well, so it made the defuse a lot quicker, gave him a bit more time to play with as well there. When retaking, no need to rush. Gets the 1-on-1, the little headshot with the USP, it's all that's needed. And now we're seeing Forest go for an M4 to start things off. It's not often you see that. And Friberg, this has been a really, really mixed buy straight away. The Mag 7, M4, everyone with a different gun.
I can understand the Forest M4. I mean, on some maps, there are those spots, like Forest can play like some spots super long range against the pistols, and it's like really safe, because even if you do somehow magically die, they can't get your weapon. But it looks like that he's not going to be playing a super long range position here. He's actually kind of tight to the site, so they could actually get on top of him pretty quick with an A push. And it does seem like they're setting up for a bit of an A rush.
I think this is actually quite a good setup here from Nip, because they're just playing this from the site. It's making it look like it's a B stack and that XMG can get onto this site easy enough, but we're seeing Fifflaren and Forest combining to pick up 4 kills. Fifflaren does drop, but that was only a CZ75, and then for some reason Forest had his pistol out instead of the M4. tenzki able to make him rebuy, but then Friberg coming in with the P90 to end things out. But yeah, as I was saying, it made it look like it was a B stack, because you usually expect a B rush, as you said, from the pistols. So why would they not B stack? But the fact that there were 2 players playing from the site, it meant that XMG thought they had control of the site, were able to get the bomb down. But Forest and Fiffy coming in. 4 kills, easy enough. But because XMG got the bomb down on the first round, they can buy this round pretty comfortably too.
And now we get our B round. And this is often a round where terrorists get that weapon advantage. We're seeing the AKs coming in. Fifflaren does carry that AWP though. So we'll have to see how well NIP can hold on to this site. They're trying to wallbang their way into maybe some severe damage, maybe even some kills as they're going for some jumping shenanigans here to try to get those shots lined up. But NIP, they are very, very clued in on this.
Something still, wow. myXMG coming in from range as well there from GetRight. He's going to reface, do some more damage there. I'll leave my point until the end of this round because HUNDEN's going to pick up one there onto Xizt, and so 4 versus 4. They still want to go to this B site. 50 seconds left. They could probably rotate to A with just enough time left on the clock to make it happen. kevve, after making noise towards the A side, going to come back towards B. MSL here, going to get taken down by GetRight. Didn't have the favourable angle there. And the P90, short range. It's going to do a bit of damage, but not enough. Fifflaren poised, ready, waiting in upper for the push to come in. Through shot. He's going to get a headshot there onto tenzki. And now look towards Pillar. Missed that shot, unfortunately. Going to go at the reface. Pick it up onto kevve. Now HUNDEN going to go for these shots. That nade. The bomb should go down in time. There it is. But the nade finishes it off.
What was the point you're going to make, actually?
The point I was going to make was
before I start
something really unique about Overpass is that there's no skybox on it, so you can throw nades and smokes and flashes all the way from CT spawn and land. One I really like is we saw there, if you throw it from a certain place on CT spawn, you can get it just to the exit of the short tunnel. So it means that he's a little bit delayed getting into that area where you've got the access to door, the access to short, and the connecting tunnel. So it meant that XMG, a little bit delayed, NIP were able to get set up in time. We saw Friberg, I believe, no, it was GetRight with the myXMG, gave him that extra bit of time to get close and use that to its full effect.
And here we go, already an opening kill from tenzki and PnX. And they might just find themselves with a little bit of momentum to carry them into the site, but Friberg puts the stop on the choke point, and that bomb is dropped well and truly on the ramp, and Xizt comes in now to try and get himself some action. But actually, HUNDEN's going to get Xizt and put it to a 2-on-2. Friberg fell back due to low health, and now Fifflaren in the back once again. We see that he becomes the last line of defense, and HUNDEN is just going to do the run around at the moment because they have so much time to play with. And this is pretty smart from myXMG, just to delay before finally coming in, even if it's on the B site, just to force NIP to split up. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. But we know that the rotation is really quick. So myXMG, they have to be quick as well.
Yep, definitely so. HUNDEN still trying to see if NIP try and hunt this one out and play aggressive, but Fifflaren in a great position here. He's hidden from anyone approaching unless they're looking towards bank area, but that's highly unlikely. Friberg here, waiting on the site, gets flashed up. He's going to get the kill, most likely, taking a while as we switch over to HUNDEN, who is going to get the bomb plant. A really nice fake coming out of kevve, making noise with that AK in hand. And now HUNDEN, he needs to go and hide somewhere, I feel.
How did kevve survive? We're going to see his position now, as he will be having a flanking opportunity. But here goes Fifflaren on the angle. Boom! There is the flick shot. And he has plenty of time to get the defuse with his teammate Friberg there, as we see kevve coming in from the back. And he's just going to be a little bit too slow. And he doesn't want to lose the weapon. Should do. Oh. Just barely missing the shot there. And NIP go 4-0 against myXMG so far. A little bit of a close round there. Xizt, I think they had the advantage with Xizt, but he kind of charged in that angle against 2 or 3, and that's where things got a little bit hairy. But by and large, we're seeing NIP abusing some of these advantages that they have inherently as a CT side. You know, it's like an 11-4 map, CT to T.
Yep, definitely so. And I'd really like to see myXMG use some smoke spots to approach this A site. There's some really nice tricks you can do if you push up towards the toilets area, and just outside you can throw some smokes. You can smoke off both bank and stairs with just 2 smokes, and then it means that you get onto that site easily, and if anyone's hiding, just throw a simple flash on. Fifflaren there getting punished, going aggressive by PnX. So the T's have the advantage going into this. And HUNDEN, he's going to go hunting for more. Forrest is going to peek out. He's going to tag him up, but very little. Picks up the frag onto Xizt with the headshot. He's going to get the other onto Forrest. The HUNDEN train is just coming through, bringing some pain towards the Swedes. And Now, the A site has opened up, but the rotation, as you said, it's really, really quick. We're seeing stairs smoked out. I feel like that second one could have been used better, but it's made a wall. The CT is going to be hard. I really like this as well.
So smart.
Overpass. So many smoke spots, so many boost spots. And we saw one right there. That nade's going to go down, hit Friberg a little bit. But this should be easy enough for myXMG to defend.
Yeah, they got this in the bag. Even if GetRight gets a couple kills, it's going to be fairly meaningless for myXMG. So they're going to try to just maybe see if they can hunt him down. And let's not forget that NIP have had a few rounds actually where they've lost quite a lot of money from players dying, and we can see that they're not so good for the money now. I mean, they can't even buy. So they're going to be on the eco now as well. So myXMG in a position where they can string some momentum together in this map against an NIP, where they can get some rounds together. If they can get up to like 4 or 5, they're going to feel great.
2 AWPs on Forest and Fifflaren. This is really interesting here. GetRight with a Mag 7, the other two with pistols. Even before the start of this round, the previous round, sorry, I feel like myXMG's economy was just far better because of the amount of bomb plants they've got down. Fifflaren missing that shot, unscoping just at the wrong time. Tried flicking back in, couldn't find anything there, however. And now he's going to try and get one towards the outside area of toilets again. HUNDEN, he went aggressive last time round. Going to get pop flashed in, pick up the frag on to GetRight. But that was a Mag 7 down. There's still 2 AWPs alive.
This is actually really cool because this map has some really close stuff. We saw GetRight trying to abuse that with the Mag there and failing, unfortunately. And some really long angles like this. And so I can really understand how this actually is almost like a full buy. I mean, it has the strength. If you use the weapon situationally, it's just as strong as having those rifles in your hands as well. So far, NIP able to get one pick, but there is MSL returning onto Forest, and he was one of the AWPers, one of the key players here for the defense of NIP, as he charges in onto B, takes down Xizt, and Fifflaren does get a kill onto the PnX to try to even things up, and Friberg finds himself an AK. So, Fifflaren in this position, can he save the day?
I feel like this is... I was about to say all down to Fifflaren here, but Friberg just pushing straight through that smoke on short, gets taken down, and now it is all down to Fifflaren. HUNDEN, myXMG's arguably best player tonight, gets the plant. Fifflaren doesn't have any armor, so he's an easy target, but he needs to challenge. I don't know why HUNDEN...
tag!
It was through the box towards the body, I think, but I don't know why HUNDEN...
pick up a rifle, I think, as well. I think there's one here, but he's just got to be really careful. He doesn't have a kit, so he's got to basically get the kill immediately. He's just got to push the angle, get the frag. He's really low. Oh, and he gets a single bullet connected, 4 health on HUNDEN, and he can't finish. And there you go. NIP with what was, I think, a really smart buy because they had uneven money too, and they made it work. And they gave themselves a chance to win that round. And now they have, look at their money.
Yeah, it's all even.
It's evened up, and they get 1 eco, then they can buy again.
Yep, exactly right. And HUNDEN there took the risk of moving away. He lucked out a bit getting shot through the box. And then the other bullet connected, not killing him, left him on 4 HP. So really smart play from him. A little bit lucky, but everyone needs a bit of luck on their side every now and then. And NIP pushed aggressive with this setup. We see GetRight here. Going to get taken down. Patient play from MSL. Is he going to get the second one? He's looking towards tunnels. Does pick it up onto Xizt. And now tenzki. He's going to be the one going aggressive. There's someone to his left, push further up. It is Forest, but it'll be kevve. Oh no, sorry, it was Fifflaren. It'll be kevve to dispatch of him. And now 5 versus 2. It's a clean round so far for XMG. Will it stay that way? No, it won't. Friberg picks up the frag onto MSL. But a really good round there. They only lost 1 player. Didn't really use many grenades either. And myXMG, they're pulling their way back into this. But this round's important. If they win it, then they have the potential to take the lead because NIP, their economy isn't too good.
Yeah, certainly, and we do see now the rifles coming out, and they don't have a lot of grenades between them. They managed to get 4 smokes, and they have not that many flashes, actually, and a lot of the flashes are going to go in now as counter flashes to this rush as it's coming in. MSL going to go down straight away. We do have Friberg making 2, and Xizt with 1. It's looking really good for NIP right now as they put the stop on really hard, and only Friberg going down at the end. Really well done by NIP, handling a very fast push. And myXMG trying to switch up the pace a little bit. We're going to see another buy coming in from them as they actually get closer and closer to having to eco. If NIP are able to win this one, unless the bomb goes down, I think they should be on an eco.
Yeah, more than likely here. We'll see what kevve can do with this AWP. He's going towards long. NIP play this one pretty passive when they're on a buy round. A little bit of a pause, maybe go TV lag. We're not too sure which. But nonetheless, the flash going to go out towards long from HUNDEN. MSL spamming through tunnel. Not finding anything just yet. And NIP, there's no need to push this. They're playing this one fine, playing it safe.
Yeah, definitely. This is a map where you can play much, like, really tight to the sites, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is the kind of the most defensive setup. You know, having that smoke in the dude's mouth with the graffiti looks pretty funny. But
never noticed that one before.
No?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes he breathes fire as well. But generally speaking, NIP relying to the safe stuff right now, the standard stuff. Once you have a bit of a lead, you can go a bit aggressive. Get right actually going to poke out and going to find the side of MSL. And no wallbang really connecting with him, so Get Right gets that completely for free. And that's going to force myXMG now to basically, it's going to force their hand to move sooner rather than later at this point.
That smoke there from HUNDEN should, if it does go through, smoke off bank. There's a little triangle between the leaves where if you aim it through there from the position he was in, smokes off bank and lets you get onto that site with relative ease, but they don't want the A site. They're rotating towards B. They might catch Get Right off guard. Looks to his left. Get Right gets one. Xizt coming down to support him. Comes around, gets one. Is he going to get the second? Yes, he will. And there's one more. It's kevve left with an AWP. Flashbang goes in from Get Right. He turns away from that Get Right, holding a great angle. There we go. Ends the round, and we're seeing a pause come in here for myXMG, which is probably what the delay was at the beginning of this round.
But getting 3 rounds together, still having enough money to actually force up a buy if they want. In fact, I don't think they need to even force. I think HUNDEN can actually just drop for MSL. So 3 rounds, they look actually pretty good. It's only 10 rounds played, so there's 5 more potential rounds where they can maybe pick up 1 or 2 more. So yeah, I think myXMG, they're off to a really good start at the moment. And NIP might not feel so confident to be all that aggressive. We saw the last round they started to be a bit more passive. They're very standard passive play. This is the bread and butter of the CTs. Some teams, when they start to feel a bit of an advantage, they push out further so that they kill more time. But I feel like a lot of the time you don't even need to, like, you don't get that much out of doing that unless you're playing maybe a worse team.
Yeah, the last time that NIP went aggressive towards that A side, pushing up towards playground area, HUNDEN just went straight through and picked up a triple. So I think that's why NIP are playing that a bit more careful, because they know that HUNDEN can aim and pick up frags. And we saw it before. His team pop flashes him in areas, and he does the work he needs to do. And NIP, they don't want to challenge that. They just want to play from sight because they know they have the advantage. myXMG need to go to them.
And even the last round where we saw Get Rights getting in a little bit of trouble, he had the communication. I mean, obviously, NIP are a team which they have really good team play, and they play so well together. They give each other the info. Get Right had the info of his position, and Xizt placed himself in an area where he was able to actually respond and help Get Right. And we saw almost, basically a crossfire coming in where Xizt was able to take 2 frags, and it kept Get Right alive. It kept the position for NIP intact, and basically they won the round there. So team play coming in, and that's often like a really, really strong factor when it comes to NIP. They're one of the best teams when it comes to also the passive CT play as well. So they're feeling at home right now, I think.
Yep, definitely so. And 9 rounds in, NIP, both teams are on to end this half as you'd most likely expect it. Probably looking at maybe a 10-5 and 9-4 would be fair on the performance we've seen so far, it has to be said.
These graphs are cool. I need to play around more with the graphs. Just saw James doing that there. So yeah, very interesting. I like the damage dealt one. It's pretty awesome. We just saw this though, but yeah, just rehashing it a little bit. Obviously, MSL has been playing for so long. He's such an experienced player. He's really awesome. Like he can do everything. Yep. He's a guy that can do many things.
He's been around in a few teams as well. Before they were myXMG, a few of these players played for Reason, and I remember I was talking to the Reason gaming owner and saying that the Danish scene is much like the UK scene in that players tend to jump around, switch between teams a lot, and it seems that way apart with everyone except for Dignitas, who have managed to actually stick a lineup out for a relatively long time.
Have been having success.
Yes.
So that's probably why. Yeah. That's probably why. It's well, we should probably stay like
It's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, so definitely, it's apparently, as you guys probably saw on the chat, that it's a sound issue. Someone's mic exploded or something, so they're just having to just fix that, and as soon as that is fixed, they'll get things underway again. And of course, you know, this is not like a match where it's like, oh well, we might as well just play because we're getting owned. Actually, they're doing a really fantastic job against NIP right now, and this is a pretty important round because we're going to see a buy from both teams, and NIP are coming within that threshold where an eco can be forced out of them.
Yep, in fact, whichever team loses this round will most likely be forced onto that eco. It's one of those rounds where the game's on the balance. Whichever team loses is going to be in the worst situation, most likely going to lose too.
I think NIP will probably be able to buy because they've spent all their money now. So
yeah, Forest and Get Right can drop next round, I guess.
And they just won the last round, so they'll get 1,400 from losing the round. So they should be fine to get drops to. Well, Fifflaren will have 4,400, so I think, or 4,200. So they'll be fine. The drop to exist, and they'll be fine. But after the round after that, obviously, if they lose that, then it's big problems. It's really big problems because myXMG will be on 5 rounds, maybe with the potential to have 6 rounds. Yeah, it will start getting out of control. So this round is really important because if they want to stand a chance at breaking the bank, they've got to do it now.
Yes. Not much else we can really look at here apart from I personally really like this map. I know that some changes should probably be done to try and help out the rotation time of Ts and limit that of the CTs a little bit. But probably the same thing they're doing towards Train to make it that less CT-sided. I'd really like to see Train back in the map pool soon.
Yeah, I mean, with this map, there's small alterations I'm sure that they can make, but at the same time, it feels like it's still kind of early days as well. Yeah. You know, that said, the map is people are kind of figuring it out. Obviously, it is very CT-sided for that reason, but perhaps I don't know. I'm not really sure how
to change it. Well, they got rid of this room on the right-hand side here to start things off because CTs could just hide in there. We saw JW do it at ESL1 with the shotgun, just jump in and out of there and prance around the site a bit and picking up frags with the shotgun. But if you look at Cobblestone, they've changed that recently. Changed a few areas. They'll
never be able to fix it. No matter what you do, it will always be terrible. There's no coming back from Cobblestone as much as you try. It's been in every iteration of CS as well. I remember playing that map in 1.6 in like the earliest of times. In the dark ages.
They've tried fixing Aztec as well. That's another one that you just won't be able to fix.
No, Aztec. There'll always be hope for Aztec. I want to see Aztec back again. I remember playing officials on that in 1.6 actually. So apparently we'll be live very soon. But Aztec is the best. Aztec is the best. It has a special place in my heart. And it always will.
We should actually be seeing Tuscan come back soon as well, which will be pretty good. I've never played on it because I never really played 1.6 or Source.
I always played Mill. Like I always played CPL Mill. So I never played like the Tuscan version, but I played loads of Mill, mostly in Source. So that's where all my experience is from. But that map was incredibly popular back then. So I probably played like hundreds of matches on it.
Yeah, we
it's
are
one of those
getting
solid classics.
Unpaused. So the game coming back in. It's full glory here. We see the buy come out of myXMG, AKs, Galils. Interesting that HUNDEN dropped the AK to MSL and kept the Galil for himself then again. In fact, both of them have had a pretty good game so far, and looking at the map, we're seeing, there we go, we see that smoke come out of from spawn to the short tunnel, and it means that Ts are going to have to push through, and Gerai was expecting to get there a little bit earlier to try and pick HUNDEN because he thought he would have been delayed because of the smoke, but apparently not. HUNDEN powering on through, picking up that frag. He's going to come across another one here. The flash trying to go in, but it ended up flashing himself. Friberg getting dropped there as well. So HUNDEN doing some great work already.
And already for like 10 seconds, NIP have already been fully rotated just because of this map. And you can see myXMG, they're so aware of that. They're actually able to pick up the kills on the outskirts. Now they're just thinking, okay, let's just chill for a second, force them to move around a little bit before we actually hit flip the switch and go for that push. And MSL just defending that position to keep this idea alive that there is possible pressure on B so that they can't just stack A immediately. And you can see Fifflaren looking onto MSL's position as he peeks, and Fifflaren does get the quick, easy frag. And that might allow a teammate to actually go for a peek for some info. But here comes the push onto the A bomb site. And what can they do to defend? It's Forest with 2. And Forest, can he go huge right now? not quite going to be able to deliver more than 2 frags. And now it is an even situation for both teams. We've got Xizt coming in from the back. We've got Fifflaren from CT, A side. And let's look if he's able to pick off a
really
kill.
nice angle.
So that's 2 awesome frags coming in from Fifflaren already. And that's got tenzki worrying about a lot right now. He's going to find the back of Xizt. And that is huge right now, forcing the one-on-one. The perfect situation for tenzki now as that bomb ticks away. And in is the kill onto Fifflaren. Great snap there onto his head. And we see a round here from myXMG, 4 to 6. And again, we were like saying how important that round was for NIP to actually win, and how important it was for myXMG to actually get a really strong half.
Yeah, but just something to note as well. I think this is one of those games where Fifflaren can certainly silence the critics. Right now, I believe he's top fragging for his team, and he's 12 and 5. He's in a great position, making sure that he's actually pulling his weight in an NIP team where people have been saying he's lagging behind, he's not the best, maybe switch him out, but he's really performing tonight, and it seems like he's been grabbing those clutch situations. Maybe not the last one, but he didn't come from the best angle, but he's been playing really, really well.
I remember he did say once as well, if he's top fragging, there's something wrong.
That's
that came from him as well.
That's like me in matchmaking as well. It's horrible.
But generally speaking, the positions and the job that he tends to do is less rewarding for the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's a discussion we can go into another time, as that we have the round playing out here. We do have myXMG setting up for the smokes here. We have Get Right with the quick pick on MSL. He's done that exactly the same way onto MSL before as well. So NIP in with the man advantage now as the push comes in on top of the say bomb site. Forest behind the truck gets the first frag onto kevve. There's the second. Oh, not quite finding the third in the spray down. And we're gonna have Get Right coming in from the back. Friberg ready to push in together. The smokes are down right now, and Friberg's going for some spray. Not really getting all that lucky just yet. And they do have a man advantage though, so as soon as these smokes go away, they're going to be pushing in, and there's Get Right with the opening kill. And it's all on tenzki now with 5 health. I don't think it's going to go his way this time. And indeed, we will see him defeated for the round there for NIP as they save their I mean, basically that round was worth 2 because NIP had lost. Then, boom, myXMG, they have 6 rounds. But we can see that they are barely able to win and scrap together a bye.
Yep, XMG now forced onto that eco. They could have forced the bye if they wanted, but it would have been really, really tight, and some people would have been lacking. So you might as well just give up the round. Try and get something from it, MSL there with the CZ, and see what they can do with it.
So here we go, NIP with the standard setup, coming in the fast push. There is the fire. Xizt forced to reposition as the push comes in with the pistols. 2 players easily dealt with. There's the third. Get Right decides that Friberg is looking pretty annoying at the moment on the side. Takes him out as well as he's stealing all of his frags. And we have Xizt with the last couple. I don't know why Get Right just suddenly killed Friberg. We didn't see it, but that's pretty ruthless.
Yep.
That's cold.
It's done some damage to the NIP economy that wasn't too great at the start. There we go, merely scraping a bye on Get Right and Forest there. And now at myXMG they can buy this round. They had to wait out that last one. Did some damage, as I said, and this fire from Xizt is going to stop the player coming through, or is it? He's just going to power through. It is HUNDEN. He's pushed all the way up to pillar. Xizt going to finish him off with the headshot. And now MSL is going to push through. Gets one. Looks towards barrels. Has to fall back because of the smoke. And the split.
Get Right. And they don't see him in time, but actually he does make a kill first before he does die. But still, that's a really good situation for myXMG. They're on the bomb site, but planting this bomb, that's another matter entirely. As you've got 3 players of NIP bearing down on you. There's a great grenade and follow-up frag from MSL. We have Fifflaren up on the top as usual, but no AWP this time. And Fifflaren might just be feeling like he should save this weapon and just pop up again up the ladder to see if he can find a pick before he decides to maybe go in for more. Still 2 players left and 15 health. It's not looking good here for Fifflaren. And he's going to go for it. Here's tenzki.
Gets the frag there. But Fifflaren, he's really played that upper position really well. The bird's eye view onto the site, picked up a few frags there. Did okay. I don't think he had many options left there except to jump down and try and go for the defuse and challenge the short player. But we're seeing NIP forced onto an eco here, and MSL on literally 0 money. So both teams, again, strapped for cash. Can't really... Well, it's really hard for them to get a good buyout 2 rounds in a row because it's just been so back and forth.
But Fifflaren should have an AWP next round. He's got quite a lot of money. So NIP, even if they do lose this round, they should be able to force a 9-6 with just a really ideal setup. As MSL's gun is not showing. There we go. So NIP, I mean, this is not really going so well for them. I mean, they're going to be potentially getting up to that 9 rounds if they do have a really good round on the following one after this. But still, 9-6, that's more than expected from myXMG. I mean, a 4-5 is what you'd be happy with.
Definitely so, but they are going to get their 6th round here. The bomb will go down for some extra money in the last round of the half, should they need it, but all of them survive with a good amount of grenades as well, so they don't even need that money that they just got in. And it's going to be pretty safe for both teams. And there you go, you said Fifflaren picking up the AWP. He'll probably work that upper area maybe with it. And we'll see what he can do with it.
I have to just check Fifflaren. I mean, we've seen his position usually the last line of defense here, but they're actually going a little bit aggressive now, mixing up everything now that they have a bigger buy, trying to throw at myXMG's pace off a little bit. We see Get Right with a quick kill there, and Xizt pushing his angle as well. So generally speaking, they're pushing angles, taking frags. They can fall back now onto more defensive setups near the site, having weakened any potential push that could end up coming in. And Forest's going to get one as well. So they're down 2 against 4. This is really, really bad for myXMG now, as the rotation is so incredibly quick on this map. This is an overwhelming advantage for NIP.
Definitely so, and Get Right here just playing from the site again. No need to push. Fifflaren's there with him with the AWP. Hunden's been given some room to move, as has kevve, up towards this A site. They've got the bomb in their hands, but Hunden's going to get challenged from stairs. The nade's going to go in. We'll take him down with the P250, and now it's all on kevve. Get Right, pre-fire in there. You saw the smoke come in. And 9-6, I think that's a fair result for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, NIP, you know, having a couple rounds that perhaps should have gone their way. This 9-6 result, I wonder what myXMG's defense will be. Will they stay really static on the sides? Do they want to be more dynamic, as NIP were trying to be in the early half? It's all up to a myXMG. I mean, they probably have. I mean, it's really difficult. How do you? There's only so many things you can do on the CT side. Like you can push a little bit and then you can fall back. I mean, that's all you can really do, because the rotation doesn't really mean that much. It
comes down to how you play it round to round and how you mix it up between rounds, because otherwise you just become predictable, and it'd be really easy for NIP to get the picks and expect where you're going to be coming from and who's going to be where and how many. But hey ho, it's going to be down to the pistol round first. I feel like a B stack is probably more favourable for the CTs, because it should be what's expected, and then you can just rotate up and take the A site. But seeing armor buy coming out from NIP with Fifflaren, that support player for them. Whereas on the other hand, we're seeing 4 support players with only 1 with armor, and that's on tenzki.
And they are going to try to go a little bit aggressive here to get some early long-range angles with these USPs, or even close-range crossfires. And NIP looking for some aggression at the moment. Going to try to just soften up myXMG as they open themselves up to any shots. And we see that myXMG might just find themselves a kill onto Friberg, but no! Friberg does get one before he goes down. So that's going to give them some information about what is happening here on the side of myXMG, as NIP slowly decide to push forwards. And they want to get this situation where they push the site and already 1 or 2 CT players are dead. And Forrest's actually going to pick up the USP there. It's going to help a lot on the B attack for those long-range shots onto MSL in particular. And we can see NIP finally. They might just be in with the push very soon now.
Just edging their way forward. We see Xizt coming up on short with Get Right in tunnels. Fifflaren joining him here. But there we go. You said that USPs at long range are deadly. tenzki picking up one there onto Xizt. 4 versus 3 in favor of XMG, but the bomb goes down against them, and they having to retake this site. Forest evens up the numbers there with the frag onto tenzki, but HUNDEN coming from behind gets one, gets a second, and now it's all down to good old Fiffy here. Coming from short, he spots them out. He knows where they are, tries to pick the diffuser, but he was facing towards short as well. And XMG do get the pistol round here, taking it to a 2-round game, getting their 7th on the board, but really, really good start from them.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty big deal. I mean, NIP going to climb back a lot of rounds. Didn't we see myXMG? They won the first pistol round as well, wasn't it? I think they did they not?
Maybe. Yes, they did.
Pretty sure they did, yeah.
No.
No?
No. Because it was Fifflaren 1 versus 1 on the upper A site and got the frag with the USP.
Ah, yes.
And then got the defuse.
Yes.
It's a long day.
Yeah, indeed. But we're going to see the push coming in here with the pistols from NIP as they make their way with those PD50s. So far, the aggression working out quite well. They get 2 quick frags. They make their way up onto the bomb site. GetRight going to spot PnX down below, carrying. And right now, kevve going to come back really fast. Got the scout, got the kill onto Xizt. Goes for the next shot. Does whiff it. But we do have myXMG slowly working their way back. They have a 2-on-2 now, so it's very doable for them. But Forest below with the FAMAS going to behead kevve as tenzki comes in for the trade. Both players incredibly low, and once again we're down to a Fifflaren 1-on-1 against tenzki, who is going to take it. Tenzki goes around the corner, just barely spots Fifflaren in time, and he looks just a tiny bit over for the kit. This is going to be incredibly close. He's going to have it though, I think, as well, but it's going to be so close. It's going to go white.
1.
Just barely milliseconds left, and looks like myXMG with a last-second save, but a lot of damage done by NIP and the bomb down. So here comes the full buy from the Ninjas, as myXMG are not going to be able to match their buy at all. So this should be a round that NIP have a massive advantage in.
Yeah, definitely so. We're seeing 3 FAMASs there, not many nades on the side of the CTs. So as you said, NIP, big chance for them to stop XMG getting any momentum here.
Some Molotovs as well.
Yep, Molotovs always really good, especially from the Ts, to try and force the player out from that barrel area, which we're going to see Forest peek here. Gets taken down by MSL. The Molotovs or incendiary... No, the Molotovs really need to come in before you try and peek, and that's not the best Molotov, I'm pretty sure that was. And the flashbang coming in 2 versus 3. They need the bomb down now. It's all down to GetRight, arguably one of the best players of this game. He's going to try and get the pick on upper. Going to get that one out.
So nothing going his way just yet. A minute left. No health gone, but no nades left either. Great grenade. 50 health gone from that one. And GetRight in a lot of trouble here. It's going to get, I think, dinged from long distance there and taken down to 3 HP. He's going to go down finally. As NIP had a big advantage going into that, but they just weren't able to really execute in the way that they wanted. And with the opening frag, not being found by Forest, instead Forest being a free frag from myXMG, they handled that really, really well, and the losses were just too high for NIP early on.
Yep, definitely right. And going into that B site with a man down, it's going to be really hard for you to take that, especially when you hinder yourself with the Molotov at your feet. So you can't really push too far out of that long pipe. You're forced to go towards the pillar and get picked off. And tenzki now going aggressive. We said, how are the CTs going to play? Are they going to go aggressive or play safe? It looks like they're doing a little bit of both here. PnX holding the angle on short. Flashbang going to go across there towards the squeaky area. But T's there up on the upper side, except for GetRight, who's hanging back. Picks up an AK and now going to rotate through the door, up the stairs and join his teammates.
So here we go. Looks like NIP got the goods. Xizt as well. Going to deliver a frag over on the A bomb site as they are ready to take it. Nade into the back. Oh, just a quick bullet there onto Fifflaren and finds the kill. 3 players really low. And in comes Forest. He goes down, but significant damage done to HUNDEN there as MSL comes in as well. MSL might be the man to save this round here for XMG as Friberg does get taken out. HUNDEN goes down and MSL with a 1-on-2. Going to be looking for those shots, just going for those peaks so far. It's not looking so bad for him. They're so low and he's on point with these shots. He's got 13 health left. But GetRight was 17, and he's going to go for the defuse here. And GetRight has to push him fast. He's got a great angle here, and he's going to get it. And GetRight is not going to be able to stop that, and it's going to be another round for myXMG. Disaster strikes for the Swedes.
Yep, definitely disaster, but their eco rounds have looked a lot stronger than their gun round that they had. That time, again, it came down to 1 versus 1. myXMG player somehow got the defuse off. GetRight a little bit slow to react to that one. Thought that the fake was going to come in. And again, XMG get the round. Now, MSL, he really likes playing from this barrels area, able to get the angle and get the first pick. He did it before onto Forest. Not going to be able to do it this time. because NIP aren't pushing that area. Friberg a little bit cautious is the word. Just firing that AK, pre-firing everywhere he could, but there we go. MSL going aggressive, going to fall back. He had the player behind him as well to get the return kill if he were to fall. So myXMG working in numbers, playing out really well.
Yeah, man up at the moment, but NIP still very much ready to actually make a push at some point in the near future. I mean, they got the bomb down actually, which they need to address. And 2 kills are actually going to come in from tenzki and from kevve, so all looking quite bad for NIP now. It's the only way for them to save this is for Fifflaren and Friberg to go as 2 somewhere and then just like pull out the frags. Like, you need Friberg to go huge. It's what Friberg does. He just gets the entries. He creates the opportunities. He's incredibly like good at that for NIP. But if there ever was a moment to demand such a play from Friberg, it would be now. It is now needed. We have Fifflaren going to go for the smoke.
That's going to go towards stairs, which means that it's going to be, I believe it's probably HUNDEN towards that bank area, who's going to be playing the angle. Oh no, HUNDEN's on the B site. But PnX is over there. They trade 1 for 1. It was kevve towards bank. And then myXMG pull out the round. But again, NIP's gun round, it didn't look dangerous at all. It was easy for myXMG to clean up. And NIP, they're at the point where they can keep on buying guns now because they've lost so many in a row. You never really expect NIP to be in this position. It should usually be the other way around.
Yeah, it's really looking like a struggle at the moment. Obviously, they're going to be on another buy. That is the luxury of being the T side. You can probably scrap together way more buys than in CT, but either way, they are just kind of playing it passively at the moment, trying to find themselves some picks. Forest going to open up with a kill onto kevve, and we do have myXMG early on in the round, kind of aggressive. They lose a man, now they're falling back. So this should be, an early advantage taken by NIP, and this is something that they should be able to pull into something bigger. They already got a lot of damage onto MSL with Get Right as well. Going to pop flash one another to get themselves, past these like really dangerous, like close range potential surprise positions. And NIP are readying themselves up for the push. They have every right to win this round. But and myXMG, they're going to have to come out with something very special on the defense to stop this from working.
MSL's going to be the one waiting towards this long tunnel, sorry. Playing barrels again. See whether he can pick anyone off. It will be Get Right first, but Get Right gets the Molotov in, forces him away. Not able to find the frag. The return flashbang comes in just to halt Get Right's movement. So that MSL has time to get into cover and just hold an angle. HUNDEN now coming around. Going to throw the nade. Going to get tag up someone, I think, a little bit, but then gets taken down by Friberg. PnX going to return the frag onto Forest as he rotates down to the lower bomb site.
Yeah, Forest not able to cut off the reinforcements, and that is going to allow a slight opportunity for myXMG, albeit with very low health and very low odds, but an opportunity to try to do something here. Fifflaren is pretty low, exists on half health. tenzki perhaps not going to go for this. We can see obviously the money situation isn't the best in the world, and if tenzki keeps his weapon alive, obviously he's going to be able to drop that and buy up fully next round. So it makes a lot of sense. As actually no, they have to eco next round anyway, I think. Or actually no, they won't have to. They can put together a buy if they really want to. I think the AK save.
Depends if they want to match tenzki or not. 3k 3.2, probably best just eco. Yep, seeing CZ in here. tenzki could have dropped, but then one of them, maybe 2 of them would have been on pistols. Probably the best option here for myXMG. They've got 1 round lead. They're happy to just wait 1 round out, I assume. And we'll see what they can do with this. tenzki with the AK is going to be crucial. He's going to be playing short area, creeping up there with MSL. Friberg coming in this lower area. It could be Friberg who will get dropped by tenzki maybe, depending on how aggressive they go towards that stair area.
And they are getting pretty aggressive indeed. Going to spot those players, so Friberg with the spray down gets an easy double and Get Right to find one as well. So a quick advantage coming in here from NIP on the numbers.
Oh,
and what a wall bang there. Brilliant stuff there from tenzki, showing the map knowledge, been in the lab right there, just working out the science of overpass. And we have a 3-on-2 situation with the AKs picked up from myXMG. They are well in with a chance right now. They have a kit on tenzki as well. So it's all to play for here on round number 22. But Forest going to execute HUNDEN. Let's see what tenzki is able to provide here for myXMG. Looks like not much really. as he'll just keep himself safe.
Yeah, there's no... He could challenge this if he wants, or maybe just play for exits. He doesn't really have a real need to save. He could drop an AWP next round regardless, or buy one for himself. He'll be on about 6.2, maybe even 6.8k, something like that. But going to save the AK, as NIP go hunting from if he's lucky. He may find a frag at the end of it. But until then, NIP going to tie things up at 11 each.
All right, so NIP definitely going to have to feel very anxious at this point, although they're probably one of those teams that has the best ability to handle their nerves. I mean, if you just look at what they have accomplished and the positions they've been in the positions of the highest pressure, and where nerves should be the highest, obviously it's a team that even they're not going to have a problem against like having a weird result against a team that they consider below themselves, because that's like they are the professionals, you know, the quote-unquote professionals. They'll play everybody the same, and they won't invest their egos into the match. It's not going to mess with their heads. So NIP going to keep playing this as consistently as they can, and they're just playing for the anti-picking strat that could come in for myXMG if they decide to actually push forwards and look for those picks. And so far, NIP keeping the pace slow, keeping it even, and myXMG just slowly backing off to those primary site positions where they can hold the pushes and just getting those jumps in. Oh, wow. Nice headshot there from Xizt.
Yep, again, great map knowledge coming in there. You saw the bullets come through PnX. PnX sprayed through the wall and returned it with a shot to the head through that wooden area, picking up the frag. And now NIP can really exploit this and use it to their advantage. They've gone to recover the bomb that they left behind.
Oh!
And another great shot there from Xizt. Coming in.
Beast.
Exactly right. And now looking like they want to work this short area with Get Right coming through long. HUNDEN going to try and put up a fight here. Not much can be done. Great shot again there from Get Right. Friberg coming in now. It's all down to tenzki. He's had a good game so far. Can he pull anything special out? 1 versus 5. It's a big ask. He gets the first, then falls back down to 46 HP. Going to find Xizt as well. That's 2. And now he's going to rotate towards the upper area, but going to bait Fifflaren round. Not able to find that.
Oh, I mean, if he picked up that kill, he may have been able to save the AWP we could see that he was glancing over to, desperately wanted. Either way, NIP coming in pretty huge. They are going to force out an eco from myXMG. It's been a while, but they should be actually, creating a lead, holding on to it, and so far things are going to be feeling a lot better for them. Off the back of Xizt, just picking up 2 free frags basically, one wall bang and one from an elevated angle. So far so good. Get Right going to make the pick on MSL. I saw that he's like 3 for 3 on those picks against MSL. They seem to be matched up, and Fifflaren going to make his way forward, get some damage as well. So far, so good. Methodical and simple, but it's working from NIP.
No need to go too aggressive against these pistols. Just play the long-range game, take the angles, Get Right there. Picking up 2, in fact. And there we go. Fiffy gets taken down. Friberg returns the frag onto kevve, but now it's all down to tenzki. The 1 dig. They are so satisfying to watch and, of course, to execute if you're in tenzki's shoes. But he's got to do more than get 1. He's got to get 3 more now. It's going to be a big old task.
He is rocking the AK. The biggest problem for him is the lack of armor, the aim punch that comes in. So just going to go for the save. We can just check the money situation quickly here. And obviously it's a little bit grim here. So a save of an AK would be pretty fantastic. And actually find himself the AWP. So he's going to quickly make the grab and fall back. And I imagine the NIP are going to want to try and eliminate this if they can. And it looks like they are on the hunt. But it's tenzki to spot 1, doesn't get the shot, and now they know his position. The surprise element is completely gone for tenzki as they do try to close off the angles of escape. He's going to get boxed in at the moment. tenzki sitting there patiently with the AWP, but in come 2 players, and Friberg guns him down from the back. And he will not be able to keep a handle of that AWP. So things are starting to look quite bad for myXMG, who are on their bye now. But if things go wrong here, NIP are pretty much in a game-winning position.
Definitely so. XMG now. They've got the AWP on kevve. He hasn't really done much with it on this CT side. He plays the long area towards A and not with much impact. In fact, Fifflaren's going to go challenge him with an AK over there. And we're seeing MSL and HUNDEN go aggressive towards this door area. That is Friberg waiting the other side, spraying some bullets through. picks up the frag there with the nice controlled AK spray through the wall. And now Xizt, is he going to flash him in? He's certainly going to throw a flash through. Friberg turns away. And Get Right punishes HUNDEN there.
Alright, so, you know, an easy 2 picks here, it would seem, for NIP. And this round really means 2 for them. They should be able to get up to the 15-11 scoreline if they win this one right now, as Nico will be forced from myXMG. And we'll have to see now if another sneaky pick comes in, but PnX, good game sense there, able to quickly snap his aim onto that position of Forest. He was trying to get that pick over the top. You can see that the nades are going to come in now, flurry as myXMG are sprinting to the response, and we see NIP finally executing on the site. And it's 2 players left, PnX and kevve. PnX is able to take 1 kill, but that's all he's going to get, and leaves kevve alone with the AWP to try to kill 4 players. It's just not going to happen. And kevve going to have to sit here. Now he knows that he can't just retake it with an AWP against 4 players, so he's going to have to try and survive and see what he can do to keep this AWP alive, which will be paramount to them having any chance in taking the next round and stopping this 15-11 potential scoreline for NIP.
Wow, I was about to say he's not at the best angle there. But he is able to pick one up onto Fifflaren. And he's going to see if he can get one on shore, or if anyone else is going to approach him, and it's going to be Xizt.
Nice reactions.
Exactly, and there's going to be an angry Forest coming from above him, looking to find him, but he's going to get that one.
He got killed by the bomb. Oh, that was too funny. That was too good.
His fate was sealed. It was just about which was going to get him first, and it turned out to be the explosion, which was
awesome.
Probably a little bit better than giving kevve the money, even though it is from an AWP, so it's a little bit less, but money is better than no money. And XMG forcing the buy up here just to go with the AWP. They've had the money to do it, so why not? And NIP, they're going to have to work for this match point, or at least to gain the match point.
Here they go. Aggressive pick on the Get Right, but that's going to leave them open to return here. As also, tenzki actually comes in aggressive across the board here, coming in from all sides. myXMG able to make 3 quick kills here. There's the next one, and now it's just on Xizt against 4. This is looking really good for myXMG. Again, a very key round. I mean, NIP would have obviously been creeping onto that match point had they won this one. But myXMG are going to put them in a precarious position. They actually, no, they still have loads of money, so this is actually fine for them. But you know, myXMG, can they do it? To do it then, they had to go aggressive. Typically, on these more defensive rounds, NIP seem to be outperforming them just by a little bit.
Yep, and Xizt now, they're going to be going towards this B side, seeing if they can get a rush on here. tenzki there, flashing himself in, picks up the frag onto Friberg, and now MSL, he knows where they're coming from, throws the flash, going to peek it as well, and not able to find a frag just yet. And then the HE coming onto Forest. kevve now rotating through stairs towards the lower bomb site. He's going to have the height advantage from the upper area with this AWP. This definitely favours myXMG, and then NIP, their economy is going to be pretty poor, so we could even see a 14-14.
myXMG, just a quick cleanup now, and where's Fifflaren? There he is. Going to go down. They sustained so much damage before they could even get in there. They were all like below 20% or something, and they do not have any money really. I mean, Get Right on 7.3k, so he could buy like 3 Galils or something. Just drop loads of Galils. Don't worry, comrade. Here is Galil. And that could be fun, but they are just going to go for a bit of a force buy here with the AKs in the mix, and they're going to try to make this round go their way. Their standard picking style in the mid areas of the map has been strong, but sometimes when the myXMG go a bit further, they get the shots. What a sick shot there from Get Right onto PnX, and that is definitely what they needed.
Gives them a man advantage. It's just a shame that they can't salvage that gun for either Forest or Xizt. Now Get Right has fallen back because he was expecting them to push. There we go. Forest getting punished, but he only had a deagle, so it's not too crucial. Friberg now going towards this upper area, meeting his teammate up there as well. MSL looking for Get Right, but Get Right played it very patiently, waited for the push to come in. Gets rewarded for it, gets another one through HUNDEN.
Are you joking? That was just phenomenal there from Get Right. He's just stringing them together right now, already on a 3 kill. kevve from the back gets a sick flick shot onto Friberg. Going Going to need a lot more than that, though, as they are going to get the bomb down. They're a man up as well. And Get Right, you machine, gets another one. There is the quad kill.
5K.
And kevve, can he find the
5K.
ace? Can he find the ace? Kevve just trained that AWP on him,
5K.
and he's going to get the ace. Well played to Get Right in that round, just destroying myXMG. 15-13 now, and myXMG, they didn't know what hit him.
I think we can expect to see a post on HLTV tomorrow. Get Right versus myXMG after that one. That was just amazing, amazing shots from him. And match point, it's down Get Right. Literally, Get Right just gave them this. Gifted it to his team on a silver platter. tenzki pushed very aggressive now. Going to get punished by Forest. kevve returning the frag, however. And Fifflaren pushing in onto kevve. So it's been 2 returns. And now HUNDEN rotating up towards this ace site. myXMG, they're on their last breath here. 3 versus 4. It's going to be hard for them to do, it has to be said, because of the map control NIP have. Yes, myXMG can rotate between the sites, but Friberg's still alive. If he can get his famous entry frags, it becomes a lot harder for the Danes to hold this match in.
So Friberg going to make his way in right now. They are very, very close to that B bomb site. Might just do the little boost to get a peek inside. But myXMG, they've been expecting that. The boost is going to come out, actually. We're going to see Xizt get boosted up. He gets dinked a little bit. So there is the return. They know the kind of playbook of NIP now, but it's whether or not they can cope with this. These aggressions. Going to get the quick pick on to Get Right with the HE. And NIP going to decide to just like go in right now from this choke point. Xizt, what a shot onto MSL, and just drops him dead. And right now we have NIP close to the site. They're almost there, but they can't quite make it. It's just Fifflaren now against 2 players. HUNDEN on 22 points of health, but soon to be peeked from above. There comes PnX. What a result! Fifflaren! Insane double there. Fifflaren clutching it. 16-13. NIP go out with style. And myXMG, though, they had a really close call against NIP in that match. It was so damn close. They could taste victory, but it was stolen from them by NIP. And all is right with the world once more.
Yep, you can't take anything away from NIP there. Get Right, amazing shots. Xizt to finish it off. Fifflaren in a clutch 1 versus 2. That game had everything.
It was stellar. And if you guys are looking for more awesome CS action, we're going to be live with Star Series again tomorrow. So just follow the channel. Get notified when we go live, and all will be well once again. So much CS, it's crazy.
Yes, it really is. It's great.
CS for days. It's good stuff. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much the end of the show. We don't have any more games for you tonight. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me again, Hoss.
Been great being here as well, as always.
And that's it, guys. So go play some Counter-Strike, and we'll see you next time.